Yes, yes, yes. How's it going, everybody? October 14th for a Warrior Wednesday. To all my Wednesday Warriors out there. Hope you hit the stores. Hope you found out what you like. Hope you got what you like. Managed to have some success today. So I'm going to share some of those successes with you guys. Alright. Perfectly in sync music. Gotta like that. So, welcome, and I want to say what's up to the people already in the chat. What's up, Sith Lordy? What's up, Gomez Comic Collector? Thank you guys for joining me here live today. And yeah, check out Gomez Comic Collector. Gomez. All these guys like each other and know each other. That's cool. Already back from the LCS. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. So I'm going to roll into this today, but the first things first, before we get into some new Wednesday books, I'm going to switch it up. We're going to do a little Maximus mail call. So, weeks ago, I ordered from Larry of Larry's Comics. He felt bad because he kind of forgot about my order. So, he sent a care package, and I have to forward some of this stuff to Mel, but I will be forwarding this over to Mel. And in that care package, we got a couple of Clown Hunters. One of them's going to Mel. And I don't know if Mel's going to keep it to grade it or to do whatever with it. But these two babies, as of right now, they are kind of chill. But did you guys all see? And if you didn't see, I'm probably going to spoil this for you. There's a King in Black promotional that shows Gwen returning to the Venom. However, this is where the mind of Maximus is working here, and I'm thinking King in Black taking place in the Marvel 616 is going to show a lot of people getting a symbiote. They're already showing Peter Parker is going to have a symbiote back for King in Black, and that's huge because if it's the original, if he's back in Venom, the original symbiote for this, that's pretty big. I mean, that's big news. So I don't know exactly which version of Gwenom they're going to be incorporating, but here's where it gets strange again, because as you guys know, this is the first cover appearance of Gwenom in regular store format. So you could buy the Jeff Scott Campbell variant, and then you can go all the way back to Spider-Gwen 18, where Spider-Gwen 18 has a Venomized variant. So to me, that's the debatable first cover appearance, split between 24 and 25. But 25 clearly, you know, Gwenom arrives on the cover. So definitely watch the next few weeks. I'm just thinking something's going to be up with that book. Just got a feeling, you know, especially with the King in Black promotional being out there. People are probably watching that one. So other than that, I got a couple of packages. I was going to wait for the third one to arrive via mail today, but I'll save that for a later episode at another time. But let's see what we got here. And then the books I got today, I did pretty well, I think, as far as getting what I want. Let's see. Now, man, they doubled up. So they put it inside of a bubble envelope inside of the folder here. Now that's service. That is some service. I don't know if people are sharing my eBay ID and saying, "Hey, this guy's opening up your packages online. He's talking mad trash about you." I don't think that's the case, but you know. And shout out to Larry for the hookup on those extra books. I'll definitely, just so Mel knows I'm not playing him, I got his priority envelope right here. Here I may claim to that one, so. All right. Thank you, Wayne, for packaging my books properly. So Wayne is from, which one is this from? Oh, this is the eBay seller Jamast, Jamast. Packages books like a champ. I used to buy Mad's Transformers subscription books off of these guys when my local shop would get, beat copies or whatever, and I, wouldn't PC them in that condition. So always had to turn to the Bay to try to fill in those gaps in the collection, I'm sure a lot of you guys know exactly what I mean by that. Like, if you support your local comic shop, you're going to do everything you can to try to get your books there, I'm sure. But then when your local comic shop either doesn't qualify for that book or something, it's always, 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 it's always something that you got to run to the internet or somewhere else to try to find a copy of a book. So when that happens, this guy was one of my go-tos, so I want to give a shout out to them. Again, their eBay is Jamast, Jamast, and that boy open here. So inside here is a book that I did a spec matrix on, and of course you all cleared them out, and I had to make sure I get this into my personal collection. Got that A-Force number 5 story thus far variant. Yep. So this one was just another badass cover. Just the artwork on it. Is cool, but it was just one of those variants that I didn't have in the collection, and holy shit, no shit. Yo, I want to give a shout out to Discovery Bay Comics for joining us live. Thanks for checking me out, man. I really, really appreciate it. Dude, your shout outs got me like a fucking 100 subs. So wow. So, my little underground cult classic show I got going on here is gaining a little bit of momentum, and I really appreciate that, JB. That was huge because you are the man. So, back at it. Box number 2 that I got here. What's up, Doom? Everybody, man, all you guys joining me live, man. I really, really appreciate you checking me out live. This is sick. Feeling the love, for damn sure. So, second package here today, and then we're going to get over into the new books that I picked up. I forget which one this is, but I know if I bought it, it might be important. It might just be artistically important to me, but might not have no spec value whatsoever, but try not to do that too much. So, I also like to reuse these Geminis. Oh, I know what this is. This is it's another one of those spec matrix purchases, because while I'm doing my research, sometimes I will notice that there's a book that only has like maybe 1 or 2 copies before I go live and do a spec matrix, and I'm like, oh shit, because I know how y'all sharks are. Yeah, anybody who's watching that Drunken Chat show has got eBay fired up. I've seen y'all with some dual screens and some ill shit. So I had to make sure I secured me a copy of this before we went live last week, because this is a gap in my collection. So I was doing all variants for Scarlet Witch until issue number 3. Someone said they had to have the Cho variant. I was like, that's fine. I wanted to Saya Ohm 1 in 25 anyway. We get to issue 7, and my stores 1 in 15 absolutely beat to shit. Like, just horrible condition, kind of condition where I put it back on the shelf. It's like, I'm not buying that one. So if I can't, of course, get a pretty decent near mint copy that's maybe pressable to a 9.8, I'm usually going to leave that book on the shelf. And that's just my personal collecting habits. I've been really OCD about it. But this, you guys, and I talked about it on the Spec Matrix on Friday, these percentile qualifier variants, especially these story thus fars, just some of them are just so unobtainium for shops because of the qualifier. So like, I don't even know, I think it's like Scarlet Witch issue number 5 or number 4 or whatever. They used a qualifier. So they said, okay, in order for you to unlock the ability to just start the ordering of that book, you had to order anywhere between like 80 to like 350% of another book. So Marvel would set these qualifiers in place, making a lot of those variants. There was a 1 in 15 for that book, and guess what? There's more 1 in 15s available at any time than there is of that qualifier. So what I do, of course, try to give to you guys, of course, in the collecting market, is a little bit of this knowledge, because I worked for a store basically from like 2015 through 2017. so I left right before my kid was born in 2017. So I got a lot of experience, working behind that computer and going through the diamond machine, and that stupid partial eidetic memory that I have allows me to remember qualifier ratios and things like that I do remember looking up for myself. So if you guys didn't jump on that Scarlet Witch #7, that book is hot right now. Jesus. If you guys also, and maybe I should kind of clue this one up as kind of like a little bit of something else. So we're going to get into Warrior Wednesday and my pickups, and then I'll drop some hints about why that Scarlet Witch series is probably going to be pretty important going forward. But let's get into that. So Wednesday books. I don't spend too much money at the store, but let's just see. 1 DC, 1 independent, and all the rest are Marvel. Some of them I haven't had an opportunity to read yet, and the X of Swords ones are the ones that I haven't had an opportunity to read in yet, but let's go down the list. So the first book on my stack today is Avengers #37, which is the finale to the Age of Khonshu. And man, this was just wild reading. If you guys didn't read this arc, this is definitely going to be one of those arcs that's going to make a great trade paperback, and it's leading into the next story. So it's kind of like, I love the way Jason Aaron kind of like does a little bit of dropping here and there, so this way he can tee up the next arc. And Marvel's been really, really kind of consistent on trying to keep up with these 5-issue story arcs and stuff. So it makes good trade paperback selling. But notice they're not making you wait for the trades on a lot of these anymore. They're putting up later printings, and I gotta say, one of the reasons why I'm nabbing this book is also a little spec behind it is because, again, this book actually features the first appearance of the Nexus, the portal to the Nexus. And I'm sorry, but this cover kills it. Loki holding Mjolnir with a little bit of lightning action going on there, and him going like, what the hell? Like, how do I have these powers? I don't know how fatigued stores are getting with Thor, or if they're still selling through. I mean, do we have another Spider-Man Deadpool #1 on our hands where just like all the early issue number ones get reprinted, 6th, 7th prints? It's sick stuff, man. But you know what? Moving on to the next part down the list is the Hellions. And of course, I'm picking up all of these X of Swords variants, the specific ones that have the X of Swords banner on it, not the timeless ones. For you guys collecting the Alex Ross stuff, that the timeless variants are probably going to be a good pick for you, because it's probably going to be a book that you're going to, it's PC. If you're a real fan of his artwork, there's a few of them that I have picked up, but I'm not after the whole set, because that whole set is going to be fucking nuts. But I do recommend anybody out there who is trying to collect those as a set to buy 2 or 3 of them, because you should be able to move 1 set to pay for all 3, move your 2nd set for a profit, and then with that profit, grade the 3rd one. That would be the way that I would play it if I had the dough to play with it like that. But moving on, and I will be reading these after we get done, before I have to go, take care of the kid and the wife tonight. I'm going to get in through all these X of Swords, and I'm just going to make sure there isn't anything else that I'm missing. But the pick of the week, probably for a lot of people, is going to be this one, just because it didn't get on people's radar that it wasn't the White Queen on that cover. Of course, it's on the radar for Momoko fans because they're after just about everything she has. So, but those 3 I'm really, really anxious to read. So, want to get through all this now. The next one, this one was one he was like putting on the shelf. He's like, "Do you need any of these?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, I need one of those." This Strange Academy #3. Again, more focusing on Doyle Dormammu, man. This is what's up with Strange Academy. It has so many first appearances in there with young characters. Everybody seems to be gravitating towards younger, newer characters on the Marvel side because it's exciting, And somebody else earlier today they said that the print run or the sales figures, the sales totals on America #1, which is like 40-something thousand, is really low for a huge character. And I wanted to be like, she's not huge. She's like D-list, man. But all of these current, B, C, and D-list characters, they're going to be, moving up in the ranks, because what's going to happen is, as our generation starts to get older, obviously, we have the original incarnation of Marvel fans that are starting to get, aged up there. A lot of these guys, are now in their 60s. We're in our 30s and 40s, and we were the ones reading it in the 90s. So there's another generation coming behind us that's going to want to see some of their characters. Kind of like what DC did. DC has, you know, Golden Age, Silver Age, and Modern Age versions of their characters. They try to modernize, but at the same time, they try to age up people. And that's something that Marvel doesn't really do a whole lot of. But these last 2 books, I think, are pretty sick. I mean, these previous covers for this run by this artist, since he took over, have been just phenomenal. And every single one of them, you know, is just, all these are just so slab worthy. I mean, they just look so good. And, you know, DC with their cardstock variant covers, man, I mean, you know, they show everything, so you kind of got to go through the stacks and make sure you're not picking up one with anything on it. But I sure as shit love, you know, the quality of the book that I'm getting there, because almost every single one of them is a guaranteed 9.6 or a 9.8. Now, this one was still on the shelf, and I had to buy some Mylars and some fullbacks today, so I was like, hey, man, throw me a deal on this one. And my LCS, of course, does take good care of me, and I was able to scoop up the Department of Truth secret variant. And I want to give everybody a heads up on this because, of course, you guys know there's a second print. Second print is confirmed. It's going to be hitting your stores. And when that second print hits your stores, you know, you're going to want to check through that stack of red, white, and blue ones. All right, first off, I'm definitely picking up a Department of Truth now from here going forward. Shout out to Mighty Mel V because he is on that 1 in 25. And you guys need to be reserving your copy of that 1 in 25 at your LCSs now. It's the one where they're like basically cutting up a baby on the cover, but you know they're about to eat it. Baby on a plate, man. It's fucking ridiculous. So pick that one up. Yeah, you know that was on Lord's Top 10 Countdown. Yeah, man. I mean it's just one of those books, man. It's past FOC. So it's one of those books where you need to get your LCS and get it reserved before somebody else gets in front of you for that one. But I'm looking forward to that one. Yeah, and this is exactly what we're talking about, man. Exactly. So, but here's the heads up. So, second print is going to have that red, white, and blue variant of the first print, right? Be on the lookout because I think they're going to salt the order with another secret variant. So, if there is a secret variant of that Lee Harvey Oswald Department of Truth, man. All right. If somebody gets 2 of them, hook a brother up because I'm the one putting you on to looking for that one just in case it is in there. Okay, appreciate you. So with that said, let me see what else. What else do I got on the docket for you guys today? Have I got anything in here? Did the mail call, so we already got through all that. And okay, now I'm going to talk a little bit more about the Scarlet Witch series. So this entire run of Scarlet Witch is actually Scarlet Witch and Agatha Harkness. Real deep story. One writer all the way through, all 14 or 15 issues. You guys know about the Siom cover for number 3. That one's already huge. The Cho cover for number 3 is still kind of down to earth. Issues 1 through 3 have the sick variants. 4 has a percentile qualifier, and that's the Women of Power. So you want to be looking out for that one too. And then issue 7 has a 1 in 15 variant, as well as this one, the percentile qualifier. There is also, and this is the reason why I stopped chasing all the variants for that and trying to complete the whole run, was because there's a Yaya cosplay variant that is a ghost. Just none of them out there because all the Yaya fans snatched them all up. Most of them have been autographed by Yaya and put into collections. So I'm looking for a raw copy, unsigned, of the Scarlet Witch variant for the cosplay. So if anybody's got a lead on one of those, drop me a message through IG or leave me a comment here on YouTube and I'll reach out to you. Maybe I got something I can trade you because I'm kind of low on the funds. But nonetheless, good shit, right? And then of course you guys, I've been digging into this too. So I thought this was her first solo cover, but no, it's not. Even though this variant is better, her first solo cover as Green Lantern, and we are talking about Ms. Jessica Cruz, because her cover on 31, she's Power Ring. She's not a Green Lantern yet. That's like, Power Ring was like an evil version of a Green Lantern. So 31's a good cover to have. 30's definitely a first appearance of her. You see the Power Ring entity choosing her. Just a lot of stuff with her first appearance though, man. A lot of people people hyped up Green Lantern 20, and I don't think it's ever coming down, even though I think it's the fucking worst first appearance ever. There are bad first appearances out there, but I think that's probably taking the cake. Hey, welcome to the madness here, Wookie. Thanks for joining us, man. Appreciate it. So yeah, with the whole Jessica Cruz thing, I was on Modern Playbook on Saturday over there to CBS Tales from the Flip Side channel. You should, if you're not already subscribed to them, you should head over there and do that. But when we were talking about it, and I did a little Spec Matrix breakdown there, the whole first appearance with her is weird. It's just weird. And then I think I was wrong on there. I think I put Green Lanterns #1, but it was Rebirth Green Lantern. Rebirth Green Lanterns #1, or Green Lanterns #1 Rebirth. I'm sorry. That the previous, the one-shot. The one-shot issue that happened before Green Lanterns #1 is her first cover appearance holding the lantern. And then the variant has her with Simon Baz on it. All right. So then I thought that this is her second solo cover. I thought this was her first solo cover, but I was incorrect. So her first solo cover is indeed Green Lanterns Rebirth #1. So probably a lot of, yeah, the one with her and Simon Baz on it. If it's the variant cover with the white DC logo on the bottom, that is the correct first one. So I had a feeling that one was going to happen. But her first solo cover is going to be the non-variant version of that one. But how many of the variants were really being ordered? I remember working at the LCS during this time and watching you guys go crazy for Rebirth, because it was like, oh my god, New 52's ending. Darkseid War was just, you know, coming off a really big high for DC, and it was sad to watch New 52 end. I was like, oh man, they're really going to can it 52 and then start over, and they're pulling a Marvel. But yeah, DC, you know, definitely. Wait, what combo pack post do you have? The combo pack from 31 is her first appearance on a cover, but not as a Green Lantern, dude. So leave that combo pack up, man. You're straight. So yeah, let's touch on the combo packs for a minute, because I want you guys to know your first appearances and things like that. Green Lantern 20 combo pack. Green Lantern 20 1 in 25. Yeah, I got one on eBay too, huh? That figures. So the Green Lantern 20 combo pack sells for ridiculous money. Green Lantern, I'm sorry, Justice League 30 combo pack, Justice League 31 combo pack. Those are two key Jessica Cruz appearances. So if you have a combo pack for that, man, you straight, leave it up. Convolutedness of her first appearance, yes, because there's a ton of them. So again, you have her arm. You have the forearm of her first appearance with a lot less hair than mine, hopefully. That's in the GL20, and then you got the Justice League 30, where the ring's haunting her, and you actually see a full body shot of her. She's on one page in multiple panels. So yeah, cameo. Those two I count as cameos. JL31, where she's like, I'm fucking Power Ring. Got to be first Jessica Cruz as Power Ring. Then you get all the way into JL50. That is her first appearance as a Green Lantern. So that's when she's not Power Ring anymore. She actually is a Green Lantern. Then you have Green Lanterns Rebirth #1. That's her first cover as a GL with the variant. That's the one with the DC logo on the white, basically white background. Then those two are her first covers as a Green Lantern. So I hope I can clear that one up. If I confused you guys, or if I have a misleading eBay listing, I'm going to go correct that shit here in a moment. Oh, I feel bad about that one, because I don't think I have any extra copies of it. But the Luciano cover, good stuff. I think that's why I actually have 2 of those, and I think I bought 2 of those for a reason, because I thought Jessica Cruz definitely had potential. I'm actually excited for it, and I'm not excited for too many DC properties, as you can tell by the books I spec on. There ain't a shit ton of speculation that I've found in DC books outside of the heat that happens to books on new release day. But yeah, and the book to have, yeah, that's the book to have. That's the first appearance of her as a Green Lantern, no doubt. And then, of course, if you want the cover appearances, it's going to be the Green Lanterns Rebirth. So, yeah, and this right here, 3 Jokers, I read through the first 2 issues at the store. I didn't pick either one of them up. I'm going to read all 3 of them through in one shot now that 3's been released. I'll give a fair opinion of it. You know, I was around, like, one of the first comics my mom bought me actually was a Death in the Family trade paperback. So that's one of those things, man. Like, that whole Jason Todd, you know, the whole him dying, coming back, you know, the Red Hood thing intrigued me. I was like, what do you mean Jason Todd's back? Like, yeah, Jason Todd got brought back. Jason Todd got brought back in my hiatus out of comics. I was doing other shit in life. So I was really actually excited to see that. And, you know, I didn't have my press when I had that Batman. So I got to pull that Batman issue out and press it up and see what she does. Because, yeah, man, I mean, Jason Todd as Red Hood, definitely one of the bigger Batman stories, I think, of all time. But I'm interested to see what happens to the dynamic between Batgirl and Jason Todd after what went down in those previous issues of the Three Jokers. But yeah, you know, I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna try to spoil me before I get to read it, but that's okay. That's what happens in this biz. You get spoiled on shit. But 25 minutes in, 10 watchers live. You know, appreciate all you guys tuning in live to check this stuff out. And I hope I brought you some content, because that's what I really hope to do. So if you could, be sure to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And of course, be sure to like and subscribe over at Mighty Mel V's YouTube, and be on the lookout for Friday's episode, because you know we're gonna try to bring it like we always do. And then of course, you know, I'll try to do a mail call when I get them. And of course, you guys know I like doing this one. If I get any hot tips, if I get anything fire that I can't wait until Friday to share, you know, I'll bring it. And then, of course, if I ever go bin diving again here, once I get maybe a couple big flips done, I'll have some loot to go bin diving and pull some stuff, and we'll see what I can dig up. But like I said, Friday, that's where it's at. So be sure to check us out. 12:30 a.m., 9:30 p.m. Pacific time if you're on the West Coast. And of course, check out my eBay page. And I sold a book to somebody after I sent them offers. But check it, yo. If you're gonna buy a book from me and you know me on IG, please shoot me an IG so I don't pay them eBay fees. But shipped out your book today, and appreciate the purchase. And of course, you guys can find me on the IG and of course on Facebook under that U1TRA Maximus. Give me a follow over there on Facebook too, because there's a lot of things that, like, during my personal life when I'm too busy to be on YouTube and specking books and shit like that. So when I do get an opportunity to scroll through my Facebook feed, I like to share interesting news to that page, stuff that I don't put on my Twitter or my Instagram. So give it a like if you can. And of course, thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. And hey, man, I appreciate that, man. I really do. And I will definitely be checking you guys out on all of your live streams, especially you guys who come check out my streams. I'll pop up when I can. I really do make an effort to try to stop in and watch you guys and share the YouTube love. So check you guys next time.